Hello, I'm Perry from Rennet and Rind, and I'm talking to you right now because you received, where did I put it? I do this every time. One of these boxes, which is our mystery cheese box, which every month I have this big old plan of chart of all cheeses and work out what's going to be the best at that moment, what's going to work with one another, and try and showcase to you every single month the very best. No exceptions. Even if it's a very expensive cheese, it's got to go in there because I want to show you how great British Artisan cheese is. And obviously these are 5 British Isle beauties to taste. So I'm going to dive in. You would have got your biscuits, you would have got your 5 cheeses. Oh yeah, I'm in the maturing rooms, that's the key thing. This is where all your cheese lives, in this room or the other rooms that we have, and we cut it up completely fresh for you. So essentially your order comes in, you get planned in with our chaps outside, Mark Field, Adrian, Duncan, Mike, Caroline, all to work out when are we going to cut that cheese, get it out to you so it can come straight from here, whole, cut to your door within like 18 hours. And we think that is just like unparalleled freshness that you get. So yeah, so I'm in the maturing rooms doing that. You would have got your biscuits, your tasting notes, obviously me here, video to talk to you about it. So let's dive into our first cheese, which is, we've got the Sussex Camembert. Did I say Sussex? Yes, I did say. There's 2 styles, Sussex Brie, Sussex Camembert. I should know that, I should know that. But yeah, typical Brie style. But now, this is the thing, right? Normally at these months, I'm looking light and fresh, like really lift you up. But let's be honest, the weather hasn't been too great. So we're trying to get that balance in to give you that fresh with a little bit of savoury, a little bit of punchy, a little bit of zip. So this can be multi-dimensional within September. So my first up, Sussex Camembert, is very light, very easy going. You know, we've got this thick set Palestinian Candidium rind that's on the outside. That will give us a good degree of mushroom. And we've got this nice thick set dairy that's in the middle. Not completely running, a couple of hours out, maybe you get it. It's about 11 degrees in this room, maybe room temperature. You might get a bit of run, but we're not expecting that with this cheese. Made by Arthur Alsop, who's a legend. And around Christmas, he came in and gave me some like really amazing cheese maturing information. It's a constant moving thing, affinage, and you've got to kind of move with it. So the aroma, what we're getting a little bit of bitter, a little bit of mushroom, girole kind of raw mushroom with a backing of dairy. Let's have a taste. Good texture, nice and unctuous. That cabbagey mushroom, it's lighter, easy going, really, really moreish. Everyone hates that word. You want to eat more of it. It's subtle, easygoing, inoffensive, great place for us to start. Really milky at the back end. Oh, I can't stop eating it. Really nice. Better than anticipated, actually. I thought we'd have a little bit more funk, but I'm happy with where that is, because that would dovetail really nicely into our next cheese, which is Old Roan, or now named Yoredale, Wensleydale, traditional cloth-bound Wensleydale, is that cheddar? Made by Sam and Ben Spence, who are just legends, live in the Yorkshire Dales, and it's just a phenomenal place. I love this cheese, because everything that you've learned about Wensleydale, the vat pack, the horrible, the cranberries, throw that out the window, because this is a phenomenal example of our heritage coming back in a big way, because there's so much flavour in this. So you can see from the rind, we've got this subtle kind of mustiness that's coming on there. That's a cloth bound. This still has a little bit of cloth in it. Our cutters, you know, it's a real thing. We cut by hand. Beautiful aroma. See, now I would expect more mushrooms on the outside linking into that. Not too much. The zing is getting to us. So let me make a little bit more room. Let's cut this off, let's see what we've got. Beautiful texture, good degree of moisture. That's what we want from a moisture, Wensleydale, high moisture cheese, so we get that beautiful crumble that's there as well. Have a taste. That's bloody good. Like, what I love about it is I remember growing up and Wensleydale just being wet lemons. And I just find this transcends that acidity palate so much. You know, fresh raw milk, buttermilk, sour cream, set sour, it's that same thing, creme fraiche, degree of lemon right at the end, little touch of savoury, getting closer to the rind, little hint of mushroom. Delight. Lovely cheese to move into this one. And the mineral, to me, just tastes like, you know, when you're really thirsty and you have a beautiful, like, you know, really thirsty, it's like 30 degrees outside and you get that bottle of water, the mineral water. It just feels like it's got something else to it. And the length, like supermarket Wensleydales back in the day were like one and done, boom, off the palate, eat more. That is lasting me now. Beautiful. Yoredale, still going to call it Old Roan though. Next cheese up we have is Sinodun Hill. So I know what you're saying, Perry, you put a goat's cheese in. Relatively expensive goat's cheese, but it is just so beautiful at the moment. And I think this would really tie in well to the first cheeses we have. So this is Sinodun Hill, made in Oxford. It's kind of like a Polini Saint Pierre kind of French style. Bits of Valence, other styles are available, but it's got this really beautiful wriggly rind. So you might be able to see that on that side in the lighting that's there. That's Geo, a yeast mould that creates a good breakdown, a good balance of flavour. Let's cut this down the middle. Ooh, feels good to cut. I love that. I love that. It's just got, like, you know, as soon as you cut, like, as I lift it up, the rind is moving a little bit, so we've got just a degree of rind slip on the outside, which this may grow for you guys and become more dairy in essence, but it's got this nice chalkiness to it to link in with the lemoniness of the others. But it's got this beautiful white texture that's in there. The Geo on the outside. Should cut them like this. I'm going to have a big piece because it seems great and I'm excited about it. It's just that resistance that you get, that you can't really tell. You can kind of get an idea, but you only know until you get inside. Really yeasty. Kind of faint, like white wine-esque aroma. A little bit of goat. Now this is a goat's cheese, so yeah. All those people will go, God, you put a goat in there. I know, but can we just embrace goat's cheese? We're really good at making it in Britain. Can you please just keep on challenging yourself? Either this one will be on the touch of the goaty. So it will be a little bit challenging. Where one like this, for example, the Rachel's, sweet, nutty, next to no goat. Give that a go. Start to break that palate in. Let's have a taste. I'm gonna go on. Goat low. Acidity, beautifully balanced. Really vinegary actually. Great clagginess on the texture. Just to, you know, it's not only about pairing flavours, it's about pairing textures and giving you guys something different and going from, you know, an unctuous to a crumble with a little bit of resistance to a claggy. Beautiful. I'm in love with that. Lemp so much. And that barn goat that's there plays so delicately across that kind of like experience. I don't think this should offend anyone. I mean, I know it will do. I know it will do. But absolute stunner. Next cheese up, we have Old Winchester. So we've been keeping these, oh God, excuse me. We've been keeping these for quite some time. This is them. We've been keeping a little batch behind, just drying out, trying to get to a consistency and a profile that we like. It's been a good couple of months since we got them off the guys at Liber. And we just think they're ready. They're ready to go. Let me try and get that off. They're ready to go. You know, it's just got that kind of texture where it's kind of a little bit, fits in well with these two and provides a power in terms of tang that I think is really good for this. So smoky, meat, sweet nut, caramel. That's where we want it. And if that aroma delivers, this is great. Great texture once again. Crystalline fans, it's all in there. The crunch is there. Resistance, chew, open up the palate. As I always say, savoury, sweet. Low on the tang, which is a mistake by me. I thought the tang would be high. Oh no, it comes in at the end, a little bit of it, but not as high as I thought it would be. You know, when I was doing a tasting, it was present, but at this point it isn't. You know, cheeses change. But a nice welcome relief actually. I feel like the acidity with these first three maybe was getting a bit too much by cheese 3. And cheese 4 is a completely different level of complexity. That sweetness is a real welcome change on the palate, which balances out so well. Love it. Old Winchester. Last cheese we have is Young Buck, Northern Ireland cheese made by Mike, who I love him to bits and is a fantastic cheesemaker. This is the unpasteurised Stilton-esque cheese, and I always like it when they've got a degree of punch. And every now and again, the Young Buck comes in, and the beautiful thing about the raw milk is the variability of the cheeses that you're getting. You know, we love our Cropwell and we love our other cheeses that we do, but raw milk provides that infrequency, which is like really nice because it's like collecting, you know, sticker books. And like, I was there when I had this profile. There's a chap called Robin who somehow got my number because I left it on the website, and he calls me every now and again and asks for how Young Buck's doing. I must drop him a line. Tell Robin Young Buck is good at the moment. So we've got this nice rind on the outside, a little bit gnarly, a little bit more wetter than I'm used to. So you've got that funk there. You've got that edge, that fermented, yeasty, aggressive, almost wash rind edge, which is great. Nice biscuity, but not too overpowering. Texture is beautiful. Texture's fudge. Sorry, I got me way too excited. Texture's fudge. Or like thick set butter. Going into a wash. More on the salty side, savoury, Parma ham. I always get that salty note, trying to categorise it. A little bit of mineral, good savoury, perfumesque, that nature. That pearlescence I kind of get with blue, it kind of evaporates into the mouth. That's there in a really beautiful, delicate way. Maybe a little bit too salty, maybe, but I love that. I'm a big blue fan. Young Buck, Mike, great profile, man. I could eat that all day. Now I've got to talk rather than eat. So those are your 5 cheeses. I think this might be the best selection we've had in quite some time. The diversity of the textures, the way they interlink to each other very well. Remember to always eat your cheese in the order I provide it. That's part of it. They lend something to one another. And when you've just had too much, we're moving to something sweet. You know, please stick to that, you know, that kind of order. But this is a really great board and really perfect for the weather. We've got rain in Cambridge today. Yesterday it was 30 degrees or like that hot. And we've got that coming through right now, which is really, really nice. You know, that rain, that relief. And it's just nice to have that balance. You've got the, you know, if you don't eat it all in one sitting, I know they're big portions, we're very generous. We love selling British Artisan cheese and helping British Artisan cheesemakers. You can go back to these ones throughout the month depending on the weather. I think it's a really variable cheese board. Love it. As you can tell, I'm elated. I'm going to go share this with the team, show them. I've actually got a tasting with these cheeses tonight for like 60 people. So I'm over the moon that they taste like this because we're bang on it this month. So thank you very much, guys. Reach out, review us. Tell your friends about us. That's the only way British Artisan cheese is going to survive and thrive. Sorry, not survive. That was old. Thrive. That's what we want. We want our British Artisan cheese industry to grow. That massive portion that's taken up by Cathedral City and those big block cheddars. We just want the artisans to eat a little bit into that and grow this amazing industry which has heritage, tradition, family, independence, people you can look in the eyes and go, that's where I spent my money with. All these people, you know, Arthur, Sam and Ben, you know, all these people that you can spend your money with and support them, support their economy, support our economy by doing it, and have some bloody great cheese as well. So I've been Perry, Afternoon of the Year, not once, but twice, currently the only Afternoon of the Year with these cheeses. I hope you enjoyed.